Yeah, well, you can't just come out and call all of Africa or all of, all African countries. You can't just come out and call them shithole countries. You can't say that people from Nigeria should go back to their huts. You can't say everybody from Haiti is this way or that way. But then if you ever talk to, or if you ever heard from people that have been in his personal life and around him away from the camera, he says a lot of this stuff all the time. And not only is it very damaging to America, it damages the American experiment in the way that we're all supposed to be here equal, and we're supposed to have equal opportunities, and to label a whole group of people pretty much proves a racist tendency. Now, I've heard somebody say before, well, there are certain people that make racist or racial remarks that they wouldn't be considered racist because racism or racists themselves basically is a lot of different actions over a long period of time. So there's a pattern basically. Well, with him there definitely is. And to say that he's using that in his immigration debate is ridiculous. I mean, so that's supposed to pull people together. So we're supposed to, degrade people and persecute people and put them down just so, some white super evangelicals can feel better about themselves and feel better about, and granted, all of them on camera will all disavow it and say it's bad, but I can guarantee that a lot of them feel that way in private. And now that's what some people like about him, is he basically has come out and said what a lot of people think, apparently. Well, there's certainly a lot of racism still in this country. You had laws and things that were changed years ago, but people's emotions weren't as much. And so there's been stuff that's been boiling under the surface for years. So when Trump himself was elected, he basically made all that stuff boil over, which basically coincides with all the attacks by hate groups and white nationalists and Nazi groups, neo-Nazis, whatever you want to call someone who believes white is the only thing that's right, and so he's playing right into their hands. And so by him adding the shithole countries, by him not directly disavowing the Charlottesville attacks, by him saying that, oh, I'm not sure this David Duke character in the KKK, and he didn't disavow them quickly enough. And then he did 4 days later, because he needed to look more into it, when there's actual tape of him about 10 or 12 years ago. I've seen this tape that basically says, where someone's interviewing him and he says, oh yeah, David Duke is terrible and the KKK is not something I want to be anywhere near. So he was disavowing it then, and then later he comes back and says, oh, well, I don't know anything about it. But that all goes into the part he's selling.